Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera and very good morning to our examiner. Will evaluate my presentation for today, my lecturers, my supervisor and my fellow friends. In such a beautiful and shiny morning day, let me to introduce myself. I am Normazni binti Mama Mufiq. My supervisor is Prof. Maidia Dr. Connie Komides. I am from Bachelor Degree of Science, Honor Science Aquatic, Faculty of Bioresources and Food Industry. So today, I would like to share with all of you my title of this FYP research is Effects of Sublimity Dry Sergestid Shrimp Acetes serrulatus on Carotenoid Pigmentation of Dwarf Gourami, Trichogaster lalius. So, and this slide is my table of content. We'll be going through introduction, data review, methodology, aspect outcome, ganja, and lastly references. Is my background for my research. A nutrient requirement is the amount of each nutrient needed. According to Stafford and Miller in 2009, nutrient requirement describes the basic nutrient and quantities to be included in a full and balanced diet for healthy animals. Protein, a micronutrient that is essential to build up muscle mass. This, according to Cells and Jason in 2003, proteins are large complex molecules made up of various amino acids that are essential components in the structure and functioning of all living organisms. We will undergo to my problem statement of this research. First, Malaysia doesn't have any local product of ornamental fish feed. Second, the body color of pigment on ornamental fish become pale and less attractive. Next, we will go to objective of this research. First, to determine percentage of carotenoid pigmentation on Acetes serrulatus. Second, to compare the effect of supplementing dry Sergestid shrimp meal with inclusion of processed fish feed meal on body color changes of Dwarf Gourami. Lastly, to compare the effect of supplementing dry Sergestid shrimp meal inclusion with of processing fish feed on growth performance on Dwarf Gourami. In significant study, we will find out the nutrition composition in dry Sergestid shrimp. The second, the percentage of carotenoid pigmentation in dry Sergestid shrimp. This is my literature review. It will be my guide for this research. For carotenoid pigmentation in dry Sergestid shrimp, according to Jing Xianghu et al. In 2019, state the astaxanthin content in shrimp shells was reduced to 2.69 mg per gram after sample 5 was cooked at higher temperature and dried in the sun. Meanwhile, Lorenzo Diaz Jimenez et al. In 2019 also state the total carotenoid content in the abdomen and cephalothorax of the shrimp of treatment A 0.5 in range 231 mg per kilo was similarly to the mean of carotenoid in the abdomen of shrimp of treatment group B 1.5 in range 231 mg per kilo. Importance of carotenoid pigmentation. In article The Effect of Feed on Shrimp Pigmentation in 2020 state crustaceans have cryptic coloration. In carotenoid pigment is the major physiological function. For example, some carotenoid act as precursors of vitamin A. Therefore, carotenoid in shrimp can help reduce the negative effects of an inflammatory responses. Meanwhile, Bergking in 2008 state the beneficial antioxidant that protect fish against disease and strengthen the immune system are beneficial. Carotenoid-based color often have signal effects that have evolved because they elicit responses in the recipients. such as in the decision of mate choice in guppies. Nutrition composition of dry Sergestid shrimp, according to Anemonius in 2020, Hiring Hung in 2014, and Pamela R. Person in 2016, they state approximately 90% of the calories in shrimp came from protein and the rest came from fat. Next, Gosele and Kumar in 2008, they state higher feed consumption was observed in fishes feed with diet containing shrimp head meal at 15%, were statistically significant at 99% level when compared to control. And T1 group fishes, however, the feed conversion ability does not to be proportional to the quantum of feed that is unutilized by the fish. The flesh conversion was the highest. It was the highest 81.02% for shrimp head meals, 50% in T1 incorporate diet. For nutritional requirements in ornamental fish, according to E. Amaya in 2015, they state carotenoid fulfill a number of important biological functions in nature and are among the most important pigments providing color to aquatic organisms such as fish and crustaceans. Meanwhile, Paula G. Vision in 2020 stated that a skin pigmentation pattern is a species-specific characteristic that depends on the number and the spatial combination of several types of chromatophores. For body colors of Dwarf Gourami, according to Ferdinand Lopez et al. In 1998 and Cherry Sergestid et al. In 2005, they state other dietary pigments such as anthocyanins, which are almost exclusively responsible for the red, blue, and purple colors in fruit, for example, grapes and cranberries. Sergestid et al. In 2005 also state that anthocyanins belongs to a class of phenolic compounds collectively termed flavonoids that are ubiquitous in plants. And lastly, M. Baron et al. In 2008, they state differences in coloration are known in influence female mate choice and heightened aggression and activity between males in some ornamental fish, the effect of dietary pigment and subsequently color on female preference, male activity, and social interaction were assessed. Next, we're going to methodology. This is a procedure that I will use in this research. First, I will apply ethical approval from Animal and Plant Research Ethics Committee. Then, set up the tanks for the fish. And then, collect and record initial weight of all Dwarf Gourami. Fourth, collect fish feed commercial and record its proximate nutrition by looking at the back of the packaging. Then fish feed processing of dry Sergestid shrimps, and after that we will do a proximate analysis according to AOAC in 2006 by following 5 features, which is a crude protein, crude fiber, lipid, ash, and moisture. And then a feeding trial will be undergo 12 weeks and triplicate. And in the last weeks, we will do collect and record final weight of Dwarf Gourami and do carotenoid analysis, growth performance, and water quality analysis and record it. And lastly, we will do statistical analysis using ANOVA one way using software SPSS. This is data collection that we will do have. First, proximate analysis, second, carotenoid analysis, a third, growth performance, and lastly, water quality analysis. Each of them will do have own respectively aspect. So in the end of this research, will be expected that the Dwarf Gourami expected to have gained weight after consuming the diets. Second, the Dwarf Gourami feed with diet that containing processed dry Sergestid shrimp and fish meal has a positive and improved the body color changes from pale look to the active looking. Lastly, having better percentage of carotenoid pigmentation, and it is suitable as a local product of ornamental fish feed in Malaysia. Not to forget, this is my Gantt chart of this research. My slide will be references. These references are used in my research. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you. Bye bye.